I hate to say this, man. I have to lean towards Jake Paul. I mean, say what you want. Like, people get so caught up in the emotional part of this. Like, dude, say what you want, but Jake Paul's bringing in good guys. Like, if you watch it, he's getting beat up in his mansion, in his living room with the boxing ring. Like, his face is fucked up. Like, he's getting bloody noses. He's bringing in guys that really fight. And if you watch him, of course he's fighting these shit cans that don't know how to fight. But he's got some real skills. Like, I'm not saying he's Floyd or Manny Pacquiao or anything like that. Like, he's not going to cut it on a professional boxing scene on any level. But he's got some real boxing skills, man. He really does, you know. And Askren is, you know what I mean? Like, he's made a living off of wrestling people. Like, he's never had to box anybody because he takes everybody down. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to lean towards Jake Paul. I hope Ben gets it done, you know, for MMA's sake. Good luck, you know. But I have to lean towards Jake Paul. He's got some real skills, and once again, people judge his skills off his personality, and you can't do that in a fight game. You gotta be unemotional about it.
Ben Askren's last performance reminds me of a really bad time for him against Jorge Masvidal. So I don't know. And I say this Jake guy he's a little bit funny, but he's doing his thing. I don't know. I'm gonna see.
Man, if Ben Askren drops this one, he's really gonna let down the MMA community, man. So my heart tells me wants Ben Askren to win, but my brain says that, you know, Jake Paul is going to touch him with that overhand right that he seems to throw over and over. And it's like the only punch that he throws, you know. So maybe we can see Jake Paul versus Eryk Anders one day.
I hope it doesn't happen and they can call me or something. I don't know. If Ben Askren doesn't win that fight, then I don't know. There's something wrong with the world. You know what I mean? I hope Ben Askren wins that fight. I saw a meme on the line the other day that said if Ben Askren wins that fight, we'll scrub his loss to Masvidal. Never talk about it again. He's back in the. But like for Jake Paul to call out the worst striker in the UFC, who's not even like you can't even consider Ben Askren a striker because he's never tried to strike. He's never actually made himself try to strike. He's always put striking into grappling. I think Jake Paul is just looking for that money day, and more power to him. Like the man's marketing himself well. He's making money off this, but I don't think you're gonna get the credit you get. Like if you beat Ben Askren, it's not like, oh, you beat a UFC like fighter. Like yeah, he was in the UFC, but he's not a striker. He's not a boxer. You're kind of reaching on that one.
Oh man. This is a circus. You know, but you know everyone's. I'm going to take the dog. You know, I think Jake Paul's going to be the favorite, but, you know, you can't count Ben Askren out. We're talking about one of the greatest grapplers of all time, and I know it's a totally different sport, but the mentality of wrestling transferring over to boxing is, you know, he's going to have – man, I'm being so biased here, and I try not to make my picks biased, but Ben Askren by decision.
I mean, I think Ben Askren is getting a paycheck. I don't know if he's going to do well boxing. The other kid, man, he wants to fight. So I mean, you can't underestimate the fact that somebody who's been putting in the work. I seem like maybe at the elite level he's going to get gunned down, but the way he's been picking and choosing who he's fighting, I think he'll do well.
And I want to thank Ben Askren, but just from his fight experience. But I've seen him hitting the bag a couple times, man. I'm nervous about it.
I mean, I'm an Askren fan, but I just don't want him to do that. I mean, if it was a wrestling fight, yes. Do it. But like, I don't know, facing a YouTuber maybe will pay a lot of money, but doesn't he already have a lot of money? And just like it's like me if I was like a bit older and this like catch me outside bitch would like do like YouTube things and I would like face her. I don't know. Maybe I would actually beat the shit out of her. But but yeah, I don't know. I don't like that idea.
Oh man. That's crazy you say that because I was just watching that too the other day, man. Oh, man. I think it's a money fight, man. I think Ben only took it because he's going to make good money. Not saying he can't win or he won't win. I'm not even going into that. I really don't care who win that fight. That's not some real stuff to me. I think they're just going out there to make money. I won't be letting a guy like Jake Paul bait me into anything. If you think you're a real fighter, then join the real fighting game, bro. Join the real boxing game, not no celebrity boxing game or whatever you're trying to pull. You think you're that good? Go fight a pro boxer, and you got your celebrity name. You'll still get your celebrity pay, but you're gonna fight a real pro now. Don't be trying to fight people around the world that you think is regular. If you think you're that good and you're online talking like you're talking, go ahead and back it up. But if that's the money-making scheme nowadays, I ain't against it. You know, everyone do what they do. I focus on myself, and okay, I don't hate. Do your thing, guys. Make your money. Do things the way you want to do it. But as far as real boxing, real fighting, that's not that. So that's a good fight. I think it's going to be a good match. I don't think Ben's going to get beat up or outclassed or anything like that, to be honest. I seen Jake Paul's game. He ain't got that snap, that snap. He ain't got that. So it's going to be a regular boxing match. I think it's going to be pretty like watching two people train in the gym. That's what I think it's going to be like.
Oh, God, man. My whole being has to say that Ben Askren is going to win that fight, but I don't know. It's a different sport, man. It doesn't always translate over. I know, like, I'm no boxer. I went in and trained with Juan Archuleta and those guys, and Cub Swanson with some boxers, and there was like 15-year-old kids just waxing my ass. It wasn't even fun for me because they were just kicking the shit out of me. So boxing is a totally different sport, but I got to go with Ben Askren just because, for MMA's sake, I hope Ben Askren.
With that original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names. You feel the love of the game.